So look, let's take the first bit first. So Worth Capital, we're a small venture capital company that I set up with a mate of mine 5 years ago. That followed about 12 years that we'd both been angel investing. So we'd picked up quite a bit of experience as early stage investors. And my kind of background personally is that I'm a retailer by trade, and also an innovation consultant, and I still do a little bit of that. So I help AB InBev, Waitrose, and people like that. But back to Worth Capital, we're very early stage. We, to pick up your point, Liz, about the competition, we have a competition that's open every month, so it's kind of always relevant for entrepreneurs. It's hosted on smallbusiness.co.uk. It's called the Startup Series, and we aim to pick a business per month to invest in. And what we look for is we're sector agnostic. I'll come back to food specifically in a minute, but we're sector agnostic. We look for business to consumer businesses, business to business. Our kind of thesis, if you like, is it's all about building loved brands, because that's what builds additional exit value for investors. As far as food goes, we have had some food and beverage investments. So, for example, I was one of the first investors in Nixon Kicks, which some people may have heard of. It's starting to make a bit of an impression now. And funnily enough, it's just about to announce tomorrow a rebrand. And that's kind of great business now in Sainsbury's, Tesco, Morrison's, Waitrose, Ocado. I quite like it because it's also in lots of casual dining, Wagamama, Nando's, pubs, etc., as well as lots abroad. But having said that, we do food and beverage. I'll pick up on Jonathan's point there. I think it's a bloody hard sector. And I agree with Jonathan that it's relatively easy to get money in the first place, bloody difficult to scale. One of the reasons for that is interestingly, and this is kind of before the last 6 months, but I think we saw a shift in the last 5 years. It's actually easier to get into supermarkets than it used to be, but it's harder to stay with a supermarket listing. They're much more open to innovation, but also much more ruthless about clearing out businesses that aren't performing that well. So we just think it's a really tough sector. We look at lots of food and beverage businesses, but we invest in very, very few. So I'll just kind of temper my enthusiasm with that, manage everybody's expectations. I think there's lots of opportunity in businesses that are serving the food and beverage sector, so with better business-to-business solutions, is more efficient or whatever. And there we go. And look, I had to filibuster so that I didn't have to answer the question about Brexit.
Big question.
Well
dodged. Well dodged.